Hi, my name is Shawn Labadie, and I'm the Registrar here at Bethel College. I'm going to be talking to you about just different things that I deal with regarding students here at Bethel College. So first thing I want to show you is our website. I'm going to go to bcva.edu. So whether at home or in the library or on your laptop at school, go ahead and open up your laptop and type in your web browser, bcva.edu. Then a very important function of our website that all the students should become familiar with is My BC. So you want to click on My BC. And on this page, you see so many resources for our students. We have what's called Canopy SIS. We also have what's called Advanced 360. We have Grammarly. We have email. So many different things. If you're overwhelmed, don't worry. I'm going to break it down for you. So you want to go to Canopy SIS. When you receive your acceptance letter, you'll receive your username, password, and your student email address. This information you're going to use to log into Canopy SIS. And so for username, it's normally your last name. So for me, of course, it's Labadie. My password, but you know what? Let's go into a test account. I'm going to type in student. And so right now I'm just opening up a test account so you can become familiar with how your account will look. So now you'll see you have my profile. You have a library catalog, student, finance, financial aid, student life, etc. On your student account, you want to go into My Profile and change your profile or update your profile information. So that includes your email address, well, not really your email address, but your mailing address, if that looks a little weird. Make sure your name, just make sure all of your information is correct. Then you want to go into student, and in your student module you'll begin to find, you'll see My Finance, and so you'll be able to stay up to date with your financial records, see what classes you've dropped, see how much tuition costs are, and so clicking on My Finance, you find all of that there. My Courses, there are, you can go into My Current Courses and you'll be able to see all of the courses that you are currently taking this semester. You'll also be able to see your enrollment history. So all of your past courses and all of your current courses will be listed in My Enrollment History. My Degree Audit is basically the place where you see where you stand. You'll see the courses that you need to take in order to graduate. You'll see the courses that we've transferred in. Well, I have transferred in from other institutions. And so you can just keep track of where you are in your program. My GPA report is really important for those of you who are all about getting great grades. You want to go to this part of your account to make sure that you're where you want to be as far as your GPA. The My Documents tab is important, especially for those of you who want to print off your tax statements. So you want to, of course, go into Campus SIS, go to My Documents, and then you'll see a drop down under Student Tax Receipts. You would highlight the year and then press Get Receipt. And that will show you your tax statement that you need for the year. I'm going to log out of Campus SIS now and go back to My BC. Here we also have Advanced 360. Advanced 360 is our online management platform. For those of you who have online classes, you want to go here, and that's where you'll be able to interact with other online students, your instructor, and pretty much take your online courses. Grammarly is a great resource for students if you have a huge paper to do and you want to make sure that the grammar is correct and you just have a A1 paper. Then moving on, we have email login. As I said before, on your acceptance letter, I'll be sending out your username, password, and student email. You use this information to get into Campus SIS, and you'll also use this information to get into email login. So just to be clear, Campus SIS and your email credentials are totally different. I try to make them the same, but it's totally up to the student. I encourage students to keep their passwords the same, however. So for example, for Campus SIS, you'll have your username, which is your last name, your password, which I will provide, and then your email address is your BCVA or Bethel College email address. For your email login, you're going to go, of course, to My BC, email login. This opens up Gmail. Our Bethel College email is directly connected to your Bethel College email is connected to Gmail. And so I provide those passwords for you. And so you want to come into Gmail, and let's say you already have an email address with the Google. You want to sign out of that account, as I just did, and then go to Add Account. You type in your email address. Your email will always be your first name dot last name at bcva.edu. So for me, let's say I was a student, I would be Shawn.Labadie at bcva.edu. And again, your password would have been given to you on your acceptance letter. And so I have already given you a password. If you'd like to change the password, you just call me and I'll take care of you. So going back to My BC, you have things like ProQuest, library catalog. Our librarian, Janelle, she's probably already gone over all of that with you, so I won't worry too much about that. Let's go over to student forms and manuals. Here you'll see tons of downloadable forms, and this is your bread and butter as a student here at Bethel College. Let's say we have what's called an add drop period. So our add drop period is the first week of school. So that means during this first week of school, you have the option to add and drop classes with no repercussions, basically. So if you drop a course, you get a 100% refund. If you add a course, that's fine as well. And so you would want to go to your student advisor and just say, hey, I have this add drop form I filled out and I would like to add or drop this course. Which leads me to a very important point. Your academic advisor is like your advocate. We are here for you. So if you have any problems with getting your grades in on time, from instructors, if it's hard to talk to an instructor, if you want to add or drop a course, if you need anything at all, just come to your student advisor if you have any questions with anything. All right. Next up, we have our FERPA form. Our FERPA form is very important because this form is our Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act form. And so what this means is, for each student, your grades, your financial records, all of those things are very confidential. And so we don't share those with just anyone. So we need this form if you want, a family member, a spouse, a parent. If you want anyone to see your records, we need to have this form because we have your back. We're not going to just show your information to just anybody. So that's what a FERPA form is. We have our graduation application here on this. In our student forms and manuals, we have a request for an incomplete grade. Let's say, something happened within the semester and you couldn't get all of your work done. You want to ask for an incomplete. What this incomplete does is it doesn't allow you to fail the class. It gives you a little more time to complete your work, turn it in, and get a proper grade. Okay? Going down a little bit, we have our practicum manual. You'll learn more about that as you attend school. There's a practicum that is required for your degree plans. We have our transcript request. If you ever need a transcript from us, we need to have this form as well. I'm going to move down to our Christian service form. Our Christian service is required each semester. So what Christian service is, it's basically 12 hours of dedicated, instead of community service, it's like ministry service. You're serving somewhere in ministry. It's quite that simple. And so you're serving somewhere in ministry for 12 hours per semester, but chapel is required for all students to attend. For our online students, they see our chapel services online. For our on-campus students, every Monday we have an hour of chapel. And so whether you are half-time or full-time, you have to complete your required chapel services. So 12 hours of Christian service plus your chapel services, that gives you your pass or fail or your credit for Christian service within your degree plan. So for example, remember when I went into your account and I told you about the degree audit. You go into the degree audit, you'll see a space there that says, all of your classes, but also it'll say Christian service for a half credit. So again, Christian service is required every semester. But in order to get credit for that, you have to have both your Christian service hours completed plus have all of your chapel services attended as well. All right, so payment options, let's talk about it. You can pay me, I'll gladly take your money. You can pay me with check, cash, or credit card, or you can go within your student account and pay through your student account. So let's just see what that looks like. Again, you go to My BC. So you want to go to Canopy SIS. I'm just going to type in a test account. And so you go to Finance. Actually, I'm sorry, you go to Student. My Finance. And you see over at the right hand corner, it says Make a Payment. You click on that. Just type in the amount you want to pay. And so let's just say $500. You continue, and it allows you to type in your credit card information. After that, you click Pay Now, and that's it. You'll receive a receipt online, and from there, you'll be able to go back into My Finance and see what you've paid. And so that's all online. So it's really easy. You don't always have to come into the office to pay me with cash or credit card, or at all, actually, with check, credit card, or whatever. You can just simply go online and pay with your credit card. So let's just log out of your student account. Just some key things, before I close that I really want you all to know. Your email, your student email, that's where your instructors, staff, that's where we'll be corresponding with you all. So if you're not checking your email, you should be checking your email because that is how we get in contact with you. We let you know about student activities. We'll let you know just about important things that come up within our school. Your instructors, if you have a special assignment or they need to contact you personally, they're not going to contact you in your personal email. They'll always contact you in your student email. So please make sure that you are checking that. I would say at least once a day. Doesn't take a lot of time, but just so that you won't miss anything. So we've covered payments, we've covered textbooks. Also, textbooks. If you need your textbooks ordered, you have that option of us ordering them. I actually ordered them for students if they want. It's a slight cost difference. We're a little more pricey than it would for you to go onto Amazon or somewhere like that. So you have that option. You can either go to Amazon and purchase your own textbooks for a cheaper price and get a used book, or you can come through us and just ask me, or through email actually. If you just email me and say, hey Shawn, I want you to order my books for the semester, I'll go ahead and do that. And what I do is I put the books on your student account. So let's say you're getting financial aid, that cost for the books can come straight out of your financial aid if you want. But you have options. If it's like I would rather just purchase my own book, then go right ahead, it's no problem. But some students like that for the convenience, just to make sure they have the right book. And sometimes we can get books within two to 3 days. So sometimes that's a little more of a perk for us to order your textbooks. Lastly, I want to talk about student IDs. Each student that comes to Bethel College, you should receive a Bethel College ID, a student ID. It's just a good thing to have. Sometimes you're able to get discounts when you go to different places, and it just makes you feel like I belong to the college, okay? So when you first come, just coordinate some time with me to take your picture, and we'll get a student ID out to you. So let's talk about your email. Your student email is so very important because faculty and staff, that is how we correspond with our students. We want to keep you up to date with student activities. Our faculty, our instructors, they want to be able to communicate with you about coursework and homework. And that is the email that we will always use, never your personal email. So I would recommend checking your email at least once a day. It doesn't take a long time, but just so that you won't miss anything really important, check your student email. And again, that's your first name dot last name at bcva.edu. And of course, where do you find your password? On your acceptance letter. So congratulations, you are accepted into Bethel College. You're starting a brand new journey with us, and we're so excited to have you. I hope that this information was informative and helpful. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact either myself, the registrar, or your academic advisor. I wish you all the best. God bless.